Okay, hi, this is the Deck Network, and I'm your host, Mike Danzilio, and today we have a special guest, Kevin Brennan from the Timbertech company. Kevin, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Great to be here.
Okay, your job at Timbertech is Senior Vice President. That's a good one, huh?
Yeah, I think the
Congratulations.
senior's just there because of age.
All right.
I think that's the only reason it's senior.
All right, so what we're here to talk today to do is to look at the 2013 line of the Timbertech products, and we have a nice video here, and we'll... why don't we just get right into watch the video, and then we'll talk about it a little bit afterwards.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Hi, right now we are with Stefanie Kane from Timbertech.
Correct.
And we are going to talk about the 2013 line of Timbertech products.
That's right, Mike. We have a lot of great new and exciting products for next year, and we're really excited to share all of them with you.
Okay. Now, what do we have here? Well, why don't we start with decking? We have our regular mainstays, what we can see on the display here with our Walnut Grove. Why don't we come right down the line and we can see if we have, what do we got here?
Well, this is our XLM products. It starts up here. This is a higher price point, and we kind of work down and cover the entire category by also entering into some of the capped composites that we have here. We have a couple new products that we'll talk about, and then we still have our traditional twin finish and Reliaboard planks.
Okay, so in our XLM we have our variegated colors.
Correct.
With we have the rustic bark, harvest stone, harvest bronze, and the walnut grove, which is my favorite color.
I know. So a lot of it.
Yeah, we have at my deck at the Deck Networks studio is walnut grove. Thank you, Stephanie.
You're welcome.
Okay, so then we get down. We're still in the XLM category, but we have our solid colors.
Correct.
Now, for instance, this
it's mountain cedar right there.
Mountain cedar. Mountain cedar has a nice darker color with a very good price point on it. Because we always know with decking, especially PVC decking, when the colors get darker and you add the streaking, the price goes up.
Yep.
All right, then let's get into the. This is our Earthwoods Evolutions.
Correct.
Traditional walnut?
Yeah, we actually have our Earthwood Evolutions broken down into 3 categories this year. We have our tropical collection, which is this here, and it has those variegated colors within them. And then we also have our natural collection, which is more solid colors. And then, yeah, this one right here, this is our brick. This is one of our solid natural colors. And then for this year, we have our terrain collection. This comes in 2 colors. We have it in brown oak and silver maple. These, it's a little bit of a lower price point product for our Earthwood Evolutions. You can see down here at the bottom, we take a little bit of that cost out by having the scalloped bottoms, just like we have with our Reliaboard products as well.
So this is a capped composite with a 25-year fade and stain warranty. Very important.
Yes.
And then we have our standard products down. We have our twin finish and our Reliaboard. All right, now we're going to start looking at the railings for 2013.
Yeah, we have some new great exciting railing options. We have Evolutions rail, which is new for 2013. Gives a continuous top rail, nice sleek look, contemporary style, and comes in 3 different colors. We have the brick, the walnut, and black. And then you can see here that you also have 3 different infill options for these. So you can have the metal balusters, you can have the traditional composite balusters, and you can now have our cable rail, which is offered through Feeney Cable Rail.
Now, are these products, can they be used on the standard Radiance Rail and the Radiance Rail Express?
Well, with Radiance Rail, you can have all 3 infill options. You can have each one of these that I explained earlier, but with Radiance Rail, we still just have the traditional composite balusters, and we also have this in a builder style, and that is just available with the metal balusters as well.
Okay, let's move on and let's take a look at the beautiful display here. We have our lights. Let's.
Yes, we have our LED lighting. We have several different components, and they give a nice warm look and adds a lot of atmosphere and nice aesthetics to your deck.
Okay, so we have our
stair riser here.
The riser lights, the in-deck lights. Okay, Stephanie, now we're at the Radiance Rail area with the cable rail. and
Correct.
we have to set it up a little bit different than the standard radiance rail. Can you tell us a little bit about that? In that we have to get the...
Yeah, you would have to get these that aren't pre-drilled there so that you can offer any one of the different infill options that you would like to add in there.
So we can go some longer lengths. I think we can go the full 6 foot or 8 foot
Correct.
here. But we need to have this little inset in here because these things, they have to be always less than a certain, they have to be a child-proof rail, which always states less than 4 inches in between. So this is definitely less than 4 inches, but I guess if they can be spread apart, that's where they want to work with that.
Yeah, this bar right here, this support beam will keep them consistent throughout all of your different sections.
So we have our post cap module for the radiance right here.
Yes.
Biggest seller, that's
That
of
is,
course.
our deck lights are a huge hit.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They're very beautiful.
In my other life, as a decking salesperson, 95% of all the lights that we sell is this light right here.
Yeah, that's available with Radiance Rail. However, with the Evolutions Rail being a continuous top rail, we don't have that opportunity to showcase the post cap,
Yes.
but all the other components go well with the Evolutions Rail.
Well, as usual, Timbertech touches all the bases.
Yeah.
It's a great company to work with. I thank you, Stacy, everyone in the office and marketing that always helps me anytime I need anything.
No problem. We're happy to have you on our team and look forward to a great 2013 season.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
All right, Kevin, that was pretty good. It looks like you got some great new products, and let's talk about them right now. I understand you have a decking product there, or a few decking colors that go along with the Earthwood Evolutions line.
Yeah, it's a terrain collection, brown oak and silver maple.
Okay.
Again, it's a new product, hits a certain price point where we had a hole in our product line, and it gives the consumer an opportunity to get an alternative decking material with a capped surface that traditionally cost a lot more than what we had in our line, so this fits that hole. So
It as usual, as I said it earlier, Timbertech always likes to touch all the bases with everything. You want to have everything in all the different categories. And from I saw some new railings. So we have, what is that called?
that's the Evolutions rail, and there's a couple different styles, but the cool thing about that is the different infill options, being able to use metal and cable and then standard balusters. And again, it uses our Evolutions technology. Nobody in the alternative decking and railing category has a system like this today, and again, it's we're trying to increase our market share when it comes to railing, our connection rate, and that's what this system we hope will accomplish.
Okay, as we saw earlier, or you can just go up to Timbertech.com and take a look at some of these, or go to the better retailers that have all this product in stock and ready to be viewed. Anything else? Okay, decking. I want to talk about decking for a minute. Decking is mostly a grooved system. Now, to you at Timbertech, you may think that is second nature, but to some of the other products, and actually even most of the decking products that are on the market, are not grooved. And I understand you have a certain term for that. And what do you call that? The retention rate?
Well, it's a retention rate, but when it comes to grooved, when people are spending money on a deck board like the ones we offer at Timbertech, the last thing they want to see are screws showing. So when you get into our higher end, like Evolutions and XLM products, 80% of those boards are grooved. So they're using our conceal lock fastener, which is a concealed fastening system.
And the other 20% is around the outside, or the what I like to call the picture frame, or on the stairs using a non-groove board. And we have a new product also that I understand you teamed up with Fasten Master.
We teamed up with Fasten Master. We're marketing their Cortex screw under the Timbertech name, and you'll have a Timbertech Cortex, which if you're not familiar with it, it's basically a screw and you put a little plug in, pound it in, and makes it look like it's a concealed fastening
It works
system.
great around the outside, the perimeter of the deck, as what I like to call the picture frame, and on the stairs. And we've had it for the XLM product since maybe August somehow. But of course, anything that comes out, I just buy it. And I've sold probably 1 to 2 boxes of those a day. So they really went well.
Right. The big thing to remember with that is when you're looking at our new terrain collection or Rely board is you can't use the Cortex screw on that because it goes down into the board, and as you know, those two products are grooved or scalloped on the bottom, so you might have some issues with holding power. So it's really more for a solid plank and profile.
And then I also wanted to say they go out for the rest of the Evolutions line.
Correct.
Okay, great. That'll be a product that we'll work on next year. This year, in 2012, you came out with the LED lighting system, which was, the lights have always been a big hit. We just sell just lights and lights and lights.
Yeah, that's just a phenomenal product. I mean, we were amazed at how many lights we've sold, because the thing, with our decking line, you didn't want to put a low-end lighting system with it. So our lighting system's very high-end, and it's gone over very, very well.
Well, lights have to last. People come into my store all the time and they'll say, well, do you have a solar light? And knowing a little bit about photovoltaic cells, in order to get a photovoltaic cell that's going to last more than a few years, it would cost more than some of these hardwired lights. So it just works better. The light's going to last longer. The low voltage LED, there must be some sort of hours that these are going to stay for.
Yeah, it's a long time. I don't know the exact hours, but you shouldn't have to replace it over years of time.
I had a display down in the showroom that I got from Timbertech when I first started selling Timbertech, and I left it on all the time. And I finally had to replace one of the lights. It was 5 years, and this was on all the time. And that was the old incandescents and not the LED lights, so they just last, and they don't use any power at all.
Yeah, it's very limited power and very easy to install. You don't have to, with the old type of lights, usually I had to run your wire back to your power source. You don't have to do that with LED. You can run a string, and your first light will look just as bright as your last light.
All right, well, Kevin, thanks for coming by and seeing us today. It's an honor. We enjoyed having you, and again, continued success with Timbertech. It's a great product, great company to work with.
And thank you very much for having me. Appreciate your support.
And that's it for today. See you again on another episode of the Deck Network.